back, everyone. As you can see, I'm at a beautiful, inspiring place here with the view of the Acropolis in Athens behind me. And I hope you all get to come to Greece sometime to one of my monthly seminars here in Greece, where we discuss things like self-leadership, life purpose, what are your core values, and so many other leadership tools. Now, over 2,500 years ago, Plato, the great Greek philosopher, said that life is like being caught up in chains. So in the allegory of the cave, Plato says that there's a group of prisoners chained, forced to look at a wall. Behind these prisoners, there's a flickering light, and sometimes objects pass behind them and project images on the cave wall. The prisoners have been there for so long, and they're so used to believing that this is reality, that they start giving names to them, they start classifying them, and really start believing that these shadows are real. Then, suddenly, one day, one of the prisoners is released. He's allowed to come up to the surface, to the real world. At first, his eyes are in pain. He really needs time to accommodate to this new reality, which he really thinks is some kind of dream. When he's told that this is reality, that this is a real tree, this is a real rock, that's the real sun, he has difficulty believing them. But slowly, over time, he adjusts to reality and understands that the reality he saw in the cave was a lie. It was an illusion. He gets so enthusiastic, he wants to go back into the cave and free the rest of the prisoners. So he does this. He rushes down and starts telling the prisoners that what they see on the wall are merely shadows of the real world. They say, "You're nuts. Probably going outside the cave made you completely crazy." In other words, they laugh at him and they tell him that what he's saying is absolute nonsense. What is Plato trying to say with this allegory? He's trying to show us the difficulty of being a philosopher, a person of truth, a person with a scientific mind. Most people don't want to be taken out of their comfort zone. In fact, they become hostile to anyone who tells them that they're living a lie. You'll remember the times in history like when Galileo told the world that it was the sun at the center of the universe and not the planet Earth. Or when Christopher Columbus sailed to America, where most people thought he was going to fall over the edge of the world. Well, this happens also often in our own life, when someone nudges us and tells us, "Hey, you know what? You've been living a lie. You've been living a reality where you're quite a hypocrite. You say one thing, you're doing another. You distort all kinds of things in your own mind." So Plato is warning us against this ignorance, against this distortion of reality that causes us so much frustration and pain. But what's Plato's solution? The first thing that Plato proposes is that we come to realize our ignorance, that we come to really realize that we are prisoners of our mind. The second step is to actually hire a philosopher, a mentor, or a coach, someone who can actually help us to get out of this darkness. This philosopher, mentor, or coach that we hire will help us to see where our weaknesses are, where we distort things, and you'll tend to find them where you're most frustrated and angry. So I pose this question to you. Where in your life do you notice yourself getting most angry, frustrated, or even hostile? This is the place that you need illumination to free yourself from the distortions of your mind. Perhaps you're dramatizing, overreacting, over-personalizing. Whatever your distortion might be, this is the time to awaken and say, "I need help." So you need to ask yourself, Until when am I prepared to live with these negative beliefs, these limiting beliefs that are causing me so much frustration and anger? What will my life look like if I don't make any changes? And if that doesn't scare you enough, where will I be in 10 years' time if I continue up this treacherous path? And remember, take charge of your life.